right, welcome back to another week of storytelling. And this week I want to bring to you a story called Sister Frances Had Enough. And the story goes like this. Sister Frances was married to a man named Brother Jacob. Brother Jacob worked 5 days a week, but Brother Jacob had a habit. His habit was drinking and gambling. And so Brother Jacob, when payday come every Friday, Brother Jacob would never return home. He would stay out in the woods and he would gamble all week long, gambling all his money away. And when just go home early Monday morning to catch his ride to go to work. But he would go home with no money because he had no money because the other fellas had already won all his money away from him that he earned during the week. So Sister Frances didn't get upset with him at the moment because she thought she had to find out who is this other woman that Brother Jacob is seeing. And so she was listening to some ladies one day as they were talking about their husband out in the woods gambling and how they would always come home with more money on their paycheck. So they didn't mind because they had extra money to spend. And Sister Frances, she was barely making ends meet. She found she wasn't getting any paycheck for the last several months from Brother Jacob. And the reason why, because this other lady's husband was winning his money out there in the woods. All the time she thought she had to deal with another woman. But Brother Jacob was too stupid. He was out there gambling and drinking all weekend. So Sister Frances got tired borrowing victuals and ration from the other folks in the community. She was tired getting from out of their garden. She was tired borrowing a cup of sugar, cup of flour. So what she decided to do this weekend, she did borrow some greens. She did went to the neighbor and she got some greens and she has a couple of pieces of smoked neck bone. So she cooked that up and she had just a cup of rice, enough to feed her children. So Monday morning, just before time ready for Brother Jacob to go to work, she had his pan fixed with his meal in it. So she had it all neatly tied up. He came into the house. Frances got my food ready. Didn't bother to give her any explanation where he was all weekend. And don't you say a word to me. I'll be back this afternoon. He grabbed his pan and he walked out the door. And he caught his ride and he went on to work. Everyone in the car could smell that aroma of that greens and that smoked neck bone. Made the other men in the car envy of Brother Jacob lunch he had. So they were asking Brother Jacob, I know you're going to share some of that lunch with us, Brother Jacob. Because my old lady, one thing she did, give me a piece of tater and a piece of meat. Man, you got yourself something good to eat there. So I know you're going to share with her. No, man, I don't think so. Y'all ain't getting none of my food. I clear, Brother Jacob, for you don't never have no money. You got yourself a good wife. You stay out all weekend, and then you go home with no money. She have your meal fixed. You sure got yourself a good wife, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Your wife going from house to house to get food to feed yourself as well as your children. What kind of man you is? You come out there, you stupid. You come out there and you gamble up in that woods with us and allow us to take all your money. You sure stupid man. Old Brother Jacob, he got kind of a little heated there. Don't you worry about me. Don't you worry about my wife. Don't you worry about my children. I can take care as well. You need to start doing it, Brother Jacob. So when lunchtime came, Brother Jacob knew that they wanted some of his lunch and he wasn't going to share. They all sat around the tree, under that tree where the cool shade was. And Brother Jacob began to untie his little cloth from around his pan that his wife had fixed for him. And he took the top off. He grabbed his spoon and he took the top. He saw the color greens lay out in the smoked neck bone. And he took that spoon and he pushed it down into that pan. And the only thing he heard was a bunch of like a little rocks just rattling together. Oh, he was so mad because he thought sure he had himself a good meal. He couldn't even eat the food because the rock had lots of sand in it, and the collard green and the smoked neck bone was not any good. And oh, he was so heated, he was so angry. All those men laugh until they fall down crying, kicking up. They laugh at Brother Jacob, and he felt so bad. He was so heated. He was angry with his wife. They laugh at him and they laugh. When time to go home that evening, Brother Jacob got into the car, and the men's in the car, they just laugh and tease him all. And when Brother Jacob got out of the car, he walked into the house and he looked at Sister Frances. And before he could open his mouth, Sister Frances said, I dare you. I dare you. You think that was bad? Try it next week and you'll see what else happened. I asked God to give me the strength, and he certainly did. I asked him to guide me, and look how he guided me. So, Brother Jacob, if you want to play this game, I want you to know two can play it too. So you go ahead, out in that woods, and you gamble. You just go ahead and gamble and leave us hungry here. Leave us panning around looking for food. Try it, Brother Jacob. But I bet you one thing, Brother Jacob, he learned his lesson, because those other men, folks, oh, they laugh at him for weeks and weeks and weeks. Every time they see him, they laugh at Brother Jacob. From then on, Brother Jacob, he called himself as mad with them, but he bought his little moonshine, and he took his moonshine home. But not only he took his moonshine home, he took that paycheck home to Sister Frances, because Sister Frances said, Brother Jacob, I want you to know, I have had enough. Now just try me. I have had enough. Now, if you like this story, will you please share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next week, the end.